Attention please. This uploading is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with subtitles. GPITRAL. Follow us.
In the morning, there's more bad news. The police are forced to cancel their plans to confiscate Coco. The police reassure Jim and Alison they will not give up on the adult chimp, but they can only take Coco from her owner if they witness her being worked. It might take another year for them to pin down Coco's owner, but Alison's already waited over 3 years and has no intention of giving up. For now, though, they need to return their attentions to Brian and his safe journey back to Monkey World. But no matter how far they are from Monkey World, they always keep in contact. And today, animal manager Jeremy needs to talk to them about chimpanzee Jolene.
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, Jeremy, how are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Just going to fill you in on Jolene.
She has been unwell for a couple of weeks and had a series of tests to try and work out what was wrong. But the test results are back now, and they haven't shown up anything sinister. She even began to pick up, and the team were hopeful she was on the mend. But now, she's in decline again. So today, the vet has given her a steroid injection.
Come on.
This will reduce any inflammation she has, provide pain relief, and act as a general pick-me-up.
Since then, she has actually picked up and
Yeah.
she started eating, and so we've managed to get the antibiotic into her.
Okay.
And we're just giving her a lot of fuss and attention and making her comfortable and happy here in the bedrooms.
Although everyone is pleased Jolene is feeling better, she will need to be closely monitored. The steroids are only tackling her symptoms and not the cause of her illness.
She's responding.
Okay.
She's responding really well, and she's talking a lot, and I'm a lot happier than what I was yesterday.
All right, hey, hang in there. Keep everything going.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see you later. I'll call you as soon as something else is going on. See you later.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye. It's really nice to know he's there holding the fort.
Jeremy was really concerned, and sort of, when Jeremy finally admits that he's really concerned, you better start moving.
We're going to have to consider more blood tests, and we're really going to have to sit down and talk with John and Mike and try to get a handle on this thing. So, because we actually don't know, in the end, what her problem is right now.
Happy that Jeremy has everything under control back home, Jim and Alison can concentrate on their challenge. It's time for their second meeting with Brian. It's taken a year to get all the paperwork in order for Brian to come to England. And during this time, he's been very happy at Escaret Eco Park.
Whoa, he's a good boy.
He may be happy now, but when Brian opens his mouth, it's a glimpse into the life he used to lead. All of his teeth, apart from 4 molars, have been knocked out.
We've seen it before with many primates where the front teeth get removed, but never all of them. So we were trying to figure out how somebody could have, it would have been a big operation to remove every single tooth in the poor little guy's head. Yeah, go get Jim. Nightmare even is a beach photographer's prop, which just goes to show why the teeth get pulled out, why they get put on drugs, why they get beat up. The whole thing is simply an unmitigated nightmare and means that Brian was made an orphan, his mother killed. And for what?
This would not be a fun life for Brian. It would be long, it would be 16-hour days, and there's a good chance, that he could die young because of it. And it's because of Escaret and places like Escaret that we can work with, that we can make it stop, and we can give Brian a home.
Escaret doesn't usually care for chimpanzees, but it's clear they've done an excellent job looking after Brian. They specialize in giving sanctuary to native species, and like Jim and Alison, their conservation work is very important to them. They're keen to show them the work they do with sea turtles.
And one of the things that Alison I found really exciting was the opportunity to work with another organization, to work with Escaret and see what one of their programs is like. very, very different from what we do, but kind of the similar.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's very much, there's a lot of similarities because it's about rescue, it's about rehabilitation, and it's also about the release of the sea turtles back into the ocean.
Escaret has an ongoing program dedicated to the conservation of threatened turtles. Every 2 months, they take 1 or 2 nests from the beach back to the park. This not only protects the unborn babies, it also educates people about them. And a couple of weeks after hatching, the baby turtles are released into the sea. To date, they've released over 29,000 baby turtles back to the ocean. And Jim and Alison are about to see some of the lucky ones that made it.
I think for Alison and I mean, it's just been amazing. I mean, this was really one of my first loves, and somewhere along the line, you know, I left the idea of being in the ocean and studying the ocean and found myself with primates. So this is kind of a dream come true for us.
The team has discovered a viral infection, which is isolated to this bay. It's making the turtles ill. To combat the problem, they need to do regular health checks.
They've gotten the measurements, the length, the width, fecal samples, 2 different kinds of blood tests. I mean, it's a really thorough job, and it's not easy work. You know, you get huffing and puffing here pretty quick. They're incredibly powerful. Those flippers are so strong. We are so pleased that we could really be here.
With the assistance of Escaret, hopefully this population of turtles will continue to thrive. And as night falls, it's time for an even bigger treat for Jim, releasing the next generation of baby sea turtles into the ocean.
Best of luck, fellas.
Only a few of these babies will make it to adulthood. Many will get eaten by seabirds, crabs, and fish. But the rest will disappear off to grow up in the ocean. They won't be seen again until they are young adults.
It's just amazing to be able to participate in something like this and see it through from beginning to end, and to earlier today see some individuals who have done exactly what these little guys did tonight and know that they're out there and actually surviving and doing well. It's just fantastic.
Oh, wow. Wasn't that something?
It's been an emotional trip for Jim and Alison.
Hola, sweet pea. Hey.
Although they are thrilled to be taking Brian home with them, they are frustrated that they've had to leave without even seeing Coco. Alison has been fighting for Coco for over 3 years, and she is not going to give up. But for now, everyone is focused on 3-year-old Brian's safe journey to England.
Okay.
Easy. He needs to be in the shade.
We need him?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's not sure what's going on. There's so many people around and everything. But you can see he fits into the box very nicely. And you can't be too worried if you're prepared to eat your banana. Good boy.
Brian may well fit in his box, but it seems the box may not fit into the plane.
Box has been here for a long time. But they've just switched planes going back. And now they were worried about the width of the box. And I'm thinking, you are kidding me.
Zach Tidy from the travel company is on hand to sort the problem out.
So the actual hold door is 38 inches wide, which is pretty much the width of this crate. But if we do find when we get there it is too tight to get last hold, we've got like a plan B for it.
Oh, okay, so
we'll
he's
get him
in.
on. We'll definitely get him on.
I mean,
one way or the other.
Goodness.
Brian is understandably nervous of what's going on around him.
We're gonna unload him.
And when the team make it to the airport, the temperature and the tempers reach boiling point.
He must go now. Hey, he must go now. He must go. It's too hot.
Vámonos.
Let's go. Come on, you have to go.
It's vital that Brian is kept in the shade while the paperwork to allow him airside is sorted out.
The sun is still beating down. He must be in the shade. Everybody can say hello to him, but please put him in the shade. They're all just playing with the box.
Alison is desperate to make sure the 3-year-old is okay, but no one is allowed to accompany him while he goes through the cargo.
He will die.
He will die very fast in the sun.
He needs to be put in the shade, please.
They're not putting the box in the shade. Yes,
Yes,
we
I am
must
a
go.
doctor. Tell the man in the yellow he's still not in the shade. They are not putting the box in the shade.
She eventually persuades them to let her through.
You are the doctor. Go to the chipmunk, please.
All right, thank you very much.
Stay there.
Well, they've let Allison go through. It's very nice. Thank you very much. We don't have the right pass, really, to be in this area, but they've made an exception so that Allison can go through and stay with Brian. Allison will not Brian in the shade. No one will get in her way. I mean, that's just a fact.
Jim and Allison have been on many rescue missions, but they never relax until the animals are safely back in the park.
Okay? Excellent.
In just a couple of days, Brian will be living with the other chimps for the first time. And for Sarah Rincon, who has been instrumental in this rescue, it's the moment she's been waiting for.
You're very welcome.
Traernos a un medio ambiente similar al de ellos. Que Dios los bendiga y vamos a seguir rescatando animalitos. Eso queda como un compromiso.
We will take good care of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome to Brian. I hope he really enjoys the flight with us.
Next time, Brian makes it safely back to Monkey World and meets keeper Lee.
Hello.
And Chimp Jolene takes a turn for the worse.
We're going in here to see if there's anything that's feasible to do. I'm frightened there isn't.